everyone, welcome back to the Keeping It Positive podcast with your beautiful hosts, Cameron
and Ashley. Alright, so today we're going to start off with our unpopular opinion of the day.
Yes.
Woo! Alright, so today's unpopular opinion is another question from me. And the question is, do you put your hot sauce in the refrigerator or do you keep it in your cabinet?
I keep my hot sauce. Okay, if my hot sauce is not open, it stays in the pantry. Mm-hmm. And if it's open, then I put it in the refrigerator.
Interesting. Very interesting. I keep it in the pantry 24/7 in the cabinet. I don't know. I don't like cold hot sauce, honestly and truly. I've just never had it. My family, we have always kept it in the cabinet.
I understand. That makes sense. Like a lot of sauces. Well, I just feel like if it's not open, then there's no reason for me to put it in the refrigerator. Like mustard, like.
Yeah, and I didn't even know people put hot sauce in the refrigerator until I went over to, I think it was your house, and I was like, Cameron, can I get some hot sauce? I don't even know what we were having. And she pulled out the refrigerator. I was looking like, okay.
Like, okay.
But yeah.
So basically on today's episode, we will be starting a new series. It's called the I Love Me series. Yes. It's all about self-love, talking about self-love practices, confidence, building up your self-esteem, setting boundaries, body positivity, and so much more. You know, nowadays everyone's talking about the it girl this, it girl that, but what is that? What is it girl energy? What does that really mean? What does that embody? How do you embody that? So that's what we're going to be discussing in these next few episodes. But today's episode is going to be strictly about just the beauty industry itself and how we navigate, you know, what is beautiful, what that looks like to us. So, yeah, so let's dive into today's topic. So, we'll start off with, what's your definition of beauty? So, when you think of somebody who's beautiful, what's your own definition? What does that mean to you?
When I think of beauty, honestly, I think of confidence. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like that's the number one thing. If you're confident, if you radiate light, positive energy, it just attracts people to you, and that is beautiful.
Light and love.
Light and love.
I love it. I think I define beauty as just loving yourself and loving your imperfections, because a lot of times you get caught up with trying to be somebody else's idea of beautiful and just try to be something else you're not. So just be you and shine authentically in who you are and what makes you laugh, what makes you who you are.
So. Yeah, you can't compare yourself to others, because with social media and all that out here, if you try to compare yourself, you'll never be happy. So you just know who you are, whose you are, and know that you are beautiful.
Yeah,
because everyone is, because you're made by God.
Exactly. So I wanted to talk a little bit about why we titled this episode Beauty Warfare, and we wanted to title this episode Beauty Warfare mainly because we feel like in our society today, beauty is kind of used against us and used as a weapon or as a tool that's used to make us not love ourselves authentically and genuinely how we should be, you know. And it's not just for women, but for men as well. Like, there are things like that are kind of making us feel like we don't love ourselves, or that, you know, we shouldn't love ourselves how we are, how we naturally come. So that's why I really wanted to name this episode Beauty Warfare, because I feel like we need to unlock a little bit of these truths that are misleading in the industry, you know?
Facts.
So, yeah, so your idea of beauty, do you feel like beauty is subjective, beauty is objective? Do you feel like there is an ideal, you know, thing of beauty in our society? Do you think beauty is viewed as one way, or do you think there's anybody can be beautiful, and that, you know, what do you think?
Honestly, I really like the saying, like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because you are your beholder. So if you feel as though you're beautiful, you are beautiful, and everybody is beautiful.
That's true.
At the end of the day. So I don't know how to say that in a better way.
No, I see what you're saying. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So beauty is viewed as, depending on whoever is looking at, you know, a certain thing or a certain person, it's all depending on their perspective and what their ideals of beauty. Because I was also thinking that, you know, everyone, depending on maybe on your background, different things that make you who you are, there might be certain things that lead you to believe that, you know, a certain thing's your perception or your idea of beauty. So say, like, I am who I am. I think this person is beautiful, but somebody else may look at that same person and think, oh, they're not that beautiful, or they're not, attractive, or whatever the case may be. So I think that your upbringing does have an effect on what you deem as
That's
beautiful.
true, because it's like what you're around when you
cultural
grow up.
things too,
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, nobody else's opinion matters except your own. So it's, you just gotta keep your head up and just believe that you are beautiful, because you are.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah, right. Anyone can be beautiful, and also in this day and age, I believe that the media and mass media pushes a lot on people, and pushes us, specifically women. I'm gonna speak on us specifically, girls, even young girls. I think with the Sephora girl, teenage girls going to Sephora, getting drunk elephants, and all these skincare brands, and using retinol on their faces. You're 10 years old. Why are you using retinol? Why do you feel the need to have to put on makeup? Like, I feel like there shouldn't be a reason why we feel like we have to alter ourselves just to look beautiful. I'm not one to talk, because I love me some makeup, you guys. I love makeup. I love the freedom of expression that it gives me. But also, I think that, in a sense, having to need it in order to feel comfortable in myself, that is something that I don't ever want to get to a point where I'm at. I think that everyone should love themselves authentically and love themselves naturally without any alterations to themselves. Because think about it, you were born into this world that way. That's how you were born into the world. And now, overconsumption and all these other things, outside sources, are making you feel as if you have to have this surgery or change your lips, get your lips done, or just things to that effect, beauty alterations, which aren't necessary to be you. And in a sense, you can say that you want it, how you want it, but who or why are you wanting it? Get to the root of why you're wanting certain things. Yeah. So I think about, like, I just think that if you love yourself authentically and love the way that you are without all that stuff, there would be no need, there would be no fascination for wanting to have alterations done for yourself, have lip surgeries, and have, get things done to yourself.
And there's nothing wrong with having that done at all. Because at the end of the day, you do what makes you comfortable. But you have to know why you're doing it too. Because you're already the canvas. The canvas is already perfect. And if you want to do things to make the canvas look even better in your eyes, then that's okay. But if you're doing it for somebody else, that's different. Because you should never do anything to please anybody else or for anybody else. Because as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. That is
please yourself, and
exactly.
Don't do it for anyone else. Because at the end of the day, you should be your own person. You should be trying to please yourself. So I also want to touch on the fact, or the issue I feel that we have as a society in putting so much of our self-worth into being beautiful, which I feel like nobody really touches on a lot. I feel that being beautiful is a great attribute. It's a great thing to have. A lot of things are beautiful. Flowers, love, just things are beautiful. But who we are as people, there's so much more to us than just me telling you that you're beautiful. You are a kind person. You're funny. You're quirky. Maybe a little corny sometimes. But those are all things and attributes and characteristics that define you, that aren't necessarily tied to you being beautiful, you being a attractive person, which you already are. But I think that we place so much of it all the time on just having this perfect image of ourselves, that this perfect upkeep, that we're always, women are always getting our hair done and getting our nails done, and that's great, and all this, that's great to do the work that you want to do. You want to look good, you want to feel good. I think that's amazing that you should always look good to feel good. But sometimes don't place so much of your self-worth on being this perfect image of what you feel like a woman should look like. I think that there's so much more to people in general than just being, oh, you look very pretty today.
That's true.
I think I would rather someone say, you are so intelligent. I would rather get that compliment than someone telling me I'm beautiful. Also, their opinion does not matter. You telling me I'm beautiful, I take that as a compliment. But at the same time, if I already know, why would I need you to validate something that I already know myself? You know what I mean?
That's facts for us.
Why would I need you to tell me something that I already know about myself? That's great to hear it for someone else. I think that's great. That's a great thing to hear, but
it's like reframing your thoughts. Because like, that's a compliment. A lot of the times people just meet you, oh my God, you look so good, and keep walking away. But now how about like talk? Let's have a conversation, get to know each other. Let's talk about something that we both like to get, a deeper understanding of a relationship instead of just saying the outside features.
I think that's so, and it's so surface level. It's so surface level, and it's okay to be. Oh, you look great today. That's okay.
No, because it's good to give people compliments. At the end of the day, it still makes people smile. Like when you're walking down the street, somebody's like, "Oh my God, like I love your hair. You look good." That makes you smile. Because some people don't hear that ever. But compliments, at the same time, it's like you still want to have more conversation with people.
Compliments, like if I told you today that I think you are the most authentic, genuine person that I've ever met, that for you is gonna stick so much longer and so much deeper than me just saying, "I think your hair looks nice."
That's true. It makes you feel
It makes you feel so much like your character. I'm talking about her character. I'm talking about who she is as a person, her personality. I think you are so funny. I think you are so kind and caring and empathetic. That's going to go so much longer. And that's going to stick with her longer than me just saying, "Oh, you have a nice outfit on today." So I just think that as when we just place so much on our beauty and, looking good all the time, sometimes you got to be realistic. I know for me, I am not the girl that's going to have her stuff done all the time.
Not at all. Because it takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot of money. And especially this day and age, money and just effort. I know me. Sometimes I just can't sit in the nail salon for 2 hours.
But you know what? You look...
Getting my nails done.
You look beautiful whether you just woke out of bed or you spent 5 hours on your makeup and your hair done. Yeah. Like, you look good either way. So we need to keep, remember that in the back of our heads.
It's so hard. And I know women, some women, you don't want to look in the mirror and not like yourself in your natural state. I just feel like you need to appreciate yourself in every stage, whatever you look like. You need to appreciate and love that version of you that may have her hair looking crazy today. Maybe have a couple of hairs out of place. Maybe, you have some stretch marks on your sides. Love that about yourself, because those imperfections are what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. The fact that you aren't perfect.
Yeah. The imperfections are perfection.
And it's really a lot of the mass media trying to brainwash us into thinking that we need anti-aging products. We need all these skincare products. We need all of these makeup, surgery, whatever the case may be. If you go and do that, if that makes you happy, if that makes you feel good about yourself.
But it's not a need.
But it's not a necessity, is what I'm saying. It's not something that you have, is a dire need for yourself. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's very understandable, yeah. Because a lot of people do have it as a dire need. Like, if they don't have it, they can't go outside. Or if they don't have it, they can't do anything. But no, because you look good. And I feel like another thing is, anytime, I might have nails on, or you have your hair done, lashes in, or full face. When you take it off, it's like, ooh. But no, it's not like ooh, because you look good when you take it off too. We have to remind ourselves that, because sometimes you put on the cover on your face, and you forget how you naturally look. And sometimes it's good to walk around in your natural, just walk around
being your natural, being your authentic, hair not done, nails not done.
But don't get me wrong, it's still nice when you have this stuff.
Oh yes,
because it makes you feel good about yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely don't take this as sometimes. Not pampering yourself. I'm just saying appreciate both your pampered self and your not
exactly.
Self.
You gotta appreciate both exactly the same,
because those are still you at the end of the day. And if you're one of the people who are high maintenance and you like to get that stuff done, by all means, keep getting that stuff done, but just don't forget to appreciate yourself in all stages and times where you're not. Don't look at yourself any different than if you did have that stuff done, or if you didn't. So, love yourself in every era. Appreciate yourself in every stage, and don't let that be the defining thing. Don't let that be you. I'm still me, whether I'm deemed as beautiful by others or anyone. I'm still me. I still have my same personality. I still have my same mindset or frame of thought, and those are the things that make me special. Those are because I'm genuine, because I'm a kind person, because I'm empathetic and I'm merciful and forgiving. Those are the tributes and characteristics that I look at myself for. because at the end of the day, I know I always want to be a good person, and that's what my parents have raised me on to. Those ideals where, regardless of things that go on in life, you should always try to remain humble and be a good person to other people, because
that's the most important thing at the end of the day. That's the most important thing,
the highest thing, because I feel like we just need more good people in the world, and we just need more people who are caring and kind and like that. I love that. Also, I wanted to talk about this idea. So the idea of, like kind of bringing it back to the idea of that keeping up with the Joneses mentality, where you feel like you're always making changes to yourself and altering yourself to meet someone else's standards. I wanted to say, when you're trying to focus more on your self-love and appreciation, understand that you are never going to meet someone else's expectations of what beautiful looks like, and that you and yourself can only be you at all times. I think that, you could say someone, that's why I always, when it comes to like men, if someone didn't find me being my authentic self enough for them, that was enough for me to say,
thank
you're not
you,
for me.
next.
That was enough for me to say, like, that's not for me, because at the end of the day, that is all you can ever do, you guys. Be yourself. If I'm being my authentic self in my authentic version and the most genuine way that I can be towards people and towards myself, and the person is not, seeing my worth,
peace out.
go find someone else that can appease what you think that you want.
Because there's so many people out here, and not everybody in the world is gonna want to talk to you, find you attractive, and that's okay. Because guess what? You might not find them attractive. Might find them beautiful. But you know what? That is okay. Like, it's not the end of the world.
And also,
so many people out there.
If their version, like, think about it, if their version, like, say this, you like someone, right? And their version of being beautiful is like, okay, you have a certain type of body, or you have a certain type of skin color, you might not meet those standards. Say you don't meet those standards, that means that they were never the one for you in the first place, because that means that their definition of beautiful only means that it was skin deep. That means that they were only looking at your attributes. That means that they literally probably know nothing about you.
And you don't want that at the end of the day.
And I wouldn't want someone who just sees, my exterior, and is like, that looks appeasing to me. No. I only want to surround myself with people who not only are beautiful on the outside, but because, girl, you looking good today. You looking...
Because when you're beautiful,
but girl, this girl is a good, nice person, okay? Kind-hearted, genuine individual. Holla any men out there.
Okay, next.
I'm just kidding, you guys.
Cameron, bro.
I love Ashley.
Stay on track. Stay on track. Stay on track.
I love Ashley, you guys, but yes, don't and surround yourself with people who are going to tell you that you are beautiful on the inside and the out, because that's necessary. I always try to enrich those friendships that, telling you you're beautiful on the inside. You have so many attributes that, something I'm like, I want things that you have. I want to be
admired somebody like, dang, like,
I respect her a lot.
Like, she's a great artist. Sometimes I be like, bruh, I wish I could draw. When I draw stick figures. Like, you got...
I'm like, actually she is probably like one of the hardest working people I know. And I promise you guys, a lot of the things, like, I applaud her. I respect her, because she does a lot, and she's a hard worker, probably one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my entire life. And she doesn't give up either. So those are the things I admire most about her. We had to get a little heartfelt, a little emotional with each other, but really guys, but yes. But also touching on some things that, might hinder the way that, people view themselves. Like I touched on mass media, but also, society barriers like racism, colorism, ableism, all the isms.
All the isms.
All the isms can have an effect on how you view yourself, and society will tell you that, you need certain things, or that you're not their definition of beautiful. You know, magazines, you know, back in the day, it was an idealized image of what a woman's body should look like. You guys, everyone looks different because we're all different.
And I feel like we're getting better at that too, though. Like Photoshop and stuff like that. A lot, like, if you look at pictures from like 10 years ago from like these makeup companies or models and stuff like that, people used to Photoshop like ridiculously. Like ridiculously. But nowadays I really feel like social media really has come a long way, and people are posting like the raw, unedited, like natural beauty looking things, and I'm loving that movement. It's so beautiful to see, because sometimes you don't want to see, I mean, if you want to Photoshop your stuff, you know, do that for you. But we need to see, you know, more natural beauty. The regular human, the person who, you know, wakes up and goes to a 9 to 5 every day. And that's beautiful. Because you are.
Exactly. I love that. I'm like, don't make it, society try to tell you, the darker your skin is, the, you know, certain, you guys.
Ridiculous.
You are beautiful.
You look the freak good.
No matter your skin color, no matter, you know, don't matter nothing. Your age, you're good no matter what you look like. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, all of us going to end up in the same place. Where we going to? You know where we're going to go.
I want to go to heaven. See, I want to go.
We're going to end up in the same place. We're all made up of the same things, you guys. Like, made up of the same things. We all blood running through our veins. Come on. We're not that different. But all in all, you guys, get your own and your individual, unique, enthusiastic, lovely light. Shine through at all times.
And remember that you look good.
Exactly.
And when you have one of those moments, I'm having one of those moments.
I was having one of those moments today, you guys.
You just have to do something for, like, have it on your phone. Like, have some inspirational quotes. Post on your mirror some sticky notes of you talking to yourself. Put your little past self up on your mirror. Just so you can remember who you're talking to.
You guys, literally, I was having a moment this morning. I texted. You guys, and that sound was going through my head. I'm having one of those moments. You guys, I'm flipping through my clothes, like, trying to find something to wear.
To this right here, to podcast.
Literally, to this, you guys. I was over here freaking out. My hair is not coming out. Y'all know, you're a black girl. You know. If you know, you know. Your hair is not looking...
She was not going to come. She was like, Ashley, bro, I cannot do this today. I'm like, it does not matter what you look like. The most important thing is you just coming over here. We're sitting down to talk.
My lips feeling chapped. Like, my throat is a little... I'm like, you guys, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm not looking right. I'm not feeling right. What's going on? And then I'm overstimulated. You know, you guys are feeling overstimulated. You don't want to do nothing. You can start getting angry at yourself. You start getting angry for no reason. That's literally how I was feeling. But I just told myself, I texted Ashley. I said, I don't know about this. I'm feeling really weird. I'm feeling weird about this. She's like, Cameron, we're just going to put on sweatshirts and jeans today. Chill out. We're going to do a chill day. Put your hair in a bun. And just keep it raw. I'm like, okay. I said, I just threw up some jeans, put on a little sweatshirt. The first one I picked out in my closet, with my hair in a bun, I said, they're going to give me like this today because this is the real.
She looks good.
Exactly.
Because she showed up.
I try, you guys.
That's all you got to do. Just try your best. That's all you can do, for real.
With Debbie Ryan. anyways. But let your own light. Anyways, let your own light shine through, and know that you are enough. Even if you aren't deemed beautiful, even if you don't see yourself as beautiful, you're still enough. Okay, let your light shine through and be you at all times. And don't try to compete with people. Be the best you can be, and just try your best and give yourself grace, because that's as much as I can tell you.
That's all you
Even
can
when
do.
I have my moments, I have to give myself grace, and I have friends that will help me give my grace to myself. But look in the mirror, and if you have to, do your affirmations. Do some affirmations. Do what you need to do. Like Ashley said, put your younger self on the mirror, and maybe put a couple post-it notes, little sticky notes on the mirror, and write some attributes. Or maybe attributes too. I mean,
attributes too, because your imperfections are perfect. So write those imperfected attributes that you think you have, and put that up there on the mirror, and then you keep reminding yourself that no, the imperfections are perfect.
Exactly. And the last note that I have on my phone is shift your focus from a place of idealized beauty and let yourself be imperfect. Because your imperfections are what make you quote unquote perfect.
And it makes you you. And we love you.
Exactly. Love yourself, and don't let anyone tell you that your own version of yourself, or the most authentic version that you show up as, is not enough. Because you can only be doing what you do. And nobody can do what you do better. Think about it, there's only one you, so nobody can do what you do better than you.
Period.
Because you're doing it yourself, and that's your own unique version. Whether you paint, whether you draw, whether you do music, whether you do marketing, whatever job, whatever is your passion, your hobbies, nobody can do it like you. Or even a business. You want to start your own business? Don't let, because these people say that the business is saturated, that you shouldn't do it. Still try it, because nobody can do it like you do it.
There's 1,000 people out there. There's a whole lot of people in this world. And even if 100 people are doing the same thing, there's still billions of other people that have not been touched by whatever y'all doing.
Exactly. So do it your own way. Change it up, maybe, and do it the way you would do it. So, but yeah, that's basically what this episode entails. But I want to give you guys my quote of the day. Quote of the day. Let's get it. So, the quote of the day I have, I'm going to read the longer version, but there's a shorter version. But it's by Salma Hayek. I believe that's how you say her name. But she's a Latin American actress. But the quote says, "People often say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I say that the most liberating thing about beauty is realizing that you are the beholder. This empowers us to find beauty in places where others have not dared to look, including inside ourselves." So I love that. I just found it. I love it.
That's good.
Because it's kind of switching up the typical saying of beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and in your mind you think about people who are looking at you
being the beholder, but no, you take that power back.
Take that power back, and
because you are the beholder.
Exactly. And that's why I love it. I love it. It makes us think that we should now look for beauty in ourselves and look on the inside and look deeper than just the surface level, where other people may be looking at just the surface level.
But no, it's deeper than that. You got to reframe your thoughts. Just reframe your thoughts. So.
And it's great to have people around you that can,
help you
refocus that when you're feeling like, you're not in a place of where you feel beautiful. But having people that can remind you that you're more than just that. You're kind, you're empathetic, you're you. And they love you because of you. And because you're imperfect, because you make mistakes, because you fail sometimes and you get back up and you try again. So, yep.
So thank you all so much for listening to us today. We hope that this podcast has inspired you to keep it positive.